Fine, you might be able to stop anyone coming at you above ground, but there's absolutely nothing you can do to stop me approaching from below. What? No! 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 Yep, I managed to make a weapon too to stop people from mining below your feet. Because I realized too, though, it's like the problem too with almost all my other redstone weapons is that it's like I don't really have a way to stop someone from tunneling. You know, it's like, okay, I could stop I was thinking too, World War I and how, okay, everyone's making trench warfare, so I was trying to recreate that. But I forgot to take into consideration the fact too that's like, oh yeah, but also too, why it's so much easier to tunnel in Minecraft than it is in real life. It'll just turn to tunnel warfare. You know, like if I showed you, what was, in my opinion, my personal favorite weapon here, the thing that makes everything else work, I feel like, is my anti-elytra weapon. If I show you too how this works too, it's like, okay, I can fire an arrow. But if someone's down below in the ground there, I can't stop them. Why, they're pretty much untouchable down there. So I had to think it too though. Okay, so how do I stop players from tunneling? How do I stop one of the two things that's the namesake of the game? When then I came up with the conclusion of Guardians. That's how we got the Guardian missile here. Yeah, it's just where we have to a big old ugly Guardian in here. Okay, we just have inside a minecart. Inside this big old box meant to protect them, pushing them at the player to inflict mining fatigue on them. Okay, I bet this is probably the dumbest weapon I made yet. Oh my gosh. Filled too with a ton of trap doors in there. Keep to okay, the whole box from collapsing in on itself. It's a relatively simple design for a flying machine. You know, just push this, and then push this. Yep, it's you saw it too in the intro. Anyone who gets anywhere near this while tunneling, they're just you're gonna get inflicted by the mining fatigue. Oh, I intentionally made this thing too, though, to where it is really hard to break as well. This Guardian's pretty well protected in here. Well, for example, too, as I can show you here, first off, you're gonna get inflicted by the mining fatigue if you get anywhere near this thing. That's already gonna make it way harder to actually harm the Guardian in here. But also, too, it has my trademarked honeycomb armor. Meaning, too, there is no way to quickly break into this. Just look, there's no tool that speeds up actually breaking these honeycomb blocks. You are just gonna be, stuck here trying to mine for so freaking long. Except you're never gonna actually get there. Because the thing is, too, while this thing is flying, it's just gonna reset when you try to break something every time. There is physically no way to get in here and try and kill the Guardian while it's flying. Managed to make an area denial weapon. Well, that also too is really freaking hard to break. Okay, great. I also admit too, I wasn't able to armor all of the honey or slime blocks, which I do admit it's a big weak point because these things are still instantly breakable with mining fatigue. So I tried my best, cover as much of these with honeycomb as possible. As you can see here, almost all the slime blocks here are covered with honeycomb, on the main engine. I got some coverage here and the extension thing. And then some coverage here. Well, I can find just one block. Sorry, that's the best I could do. 12 block push limit thing is such a pain. Anyway, but then Finally, then I got to some amount of honeycomb blocking this. So anything from above, yeah, this is borderline invincible. No way you could break it. And from the front, also extremely hard to break into. So yep, I think I managed to create a pretty great wide area denial weapon with this. The Guardian Missile. Which, I mean, it isn't even a weapon, honestly. It's literally just something to just piss people off. Because you're like, oh, just try and slow them down as much as possible. Oh my gosh. So now, here's how you build the Guardian Missile. First off, what you gotta do is you gotta build the engine here, which, yeah, it's honey blocks, yeah. I totally did not just forget that. I was just showing that as an example to you viewers. Don't question me. No. First off, build the engine like this. Back section, gotta have a piston, a normal piston there. With then, again, I was just checking. Build to the front section here, which has a sticky piston, pushes and then pulls the back with it. Then after that, place down to a piston right an observer right below down here. With then a piston the push forward. Then this next segment is really easy, thankfully. After that, build a whole segment here that pushes forward with then all of the observers down at the bottom. These observers, man, they make everything so much easier. They gotta be one of my favorite redstone blocks. Then, after that, you can start to armoring these sections. You can place all of this, just like what you see there. I'm pretty sure what was it? Yep. And then place all the armor down there. And then place the armor up here. After that, then you just build this segment here, which... dang it, this is too close. No. Now that I fixed that, let's get back to this. First off, I recommend placing an obsidian block there. That's not required. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. You want this thing to actually just start up and then fly off before you finish it. Nope. After that, what you then do is you then build that segment. First up, build 2 honey blocks here. Like this. Along with 2 observers facing up like this. And observers facing down. Then add a middle segment here. Observers facing up and down. Add one more strip of the yellow segment, and... And then finally add into all the pistons at the end here. Oh wait, no, not finally. Then add this honeycomb block here. Then after that, you gotta get this segment. Okay, I admit this is probably the hardest part, but thankfully, too, while it is a little more complicated, hey, at least that means, too, it's not, nothing after this is gonna be that hard. Okay, first off, what you gotta do is you gotta think it's almost like a checkers board. At the outsides here on top, 3 blocks. Make sure there's a 1 block gap in between each part you're pushing. Yeah, you don't want to hit like the 12 block limit. Then just keep doing that along this like whole area. After that, then add the armor on top. Then the bottom segment's a lot smaller, doesn't have to be nearly as big. Make sure to those parts on top don't connect to these parts on the bottom. Yeah, like see, don't do that what I just did right there. Wait, what am I doing? Why am I so dumb, man? Oh, sorry. Okay, I meant like, okay, then make sure it's all checkered like this. Don't make the same mistake as I almost did there. And then you got that segment, great. Add some armored plating right below all of these pistons. Yes, that's plating, even though it's, well, just honeycomb. The fact that I got bees to make me better armor than literal steel. These things are way better than steel blocks, anyways. Then place 2 observers here before then the pistons. And then place the pistons. Oh yeah. And make sure too that the segment 2, the observer that actually powers stuff is facing the pistons. That's very important. Yeah, don't worry, power 2. Even the observer will observe something even through a block. Don't know how that works, but okay, that's very convenient. Then, the final part that you have to build is the actual box containing the Guardian. First off, place all this honeycomb for the back wall. Pretty easy. Then after that, go build out till you got about 5 blocks across here. Just big enough for the Guardian to fit in. Oh, and then you can just build out to like all of these walls like, out on the edges here. There's no problem in that. Then, after that, make sure to then fill up the roof up here with, really any trapdoor. Without any words, just 2 iron trapdoors. They're the toughest and can be accidentally opened. Oh, except make sure don't make a mistake of placing those at the edges. This is where, all of these honeycomb blocks are placed. Then, after that, start placing up to, all of these normal trapdoors on the side. Just keep going up, but make sure they don't touch the edge. Then, this is where it gets real interesting. Then, finally, what you gotta do is first get the actual, Elder Guardian in here. Preferably using a minecart. Then, proceed. Then, you gotta do something special out here for the outside wall. You gotta have a honey block thing, kind of like what you see over here. Which will then grab hold of this bottom block, and then also this orange terracotta to make sure it's not trying to pull that, not one segment, one piston is trying to push too much. Just like what you see over here. And then just cover that area up. And then voila! You just finished it. Have fun inflicting all your friends with mining fatigue.